Hey, what's up people? How are you all doing? I hope you're doing fantastic as always, and I welcome you to How to Medieval, my new medieval building series where I kind of teach you how to make some pretty cool buildings. I can't do time lapses because my time lapse mod has not been updated. So anyway, let's get started. Right, so first off, I want to show you what I've made is a little, how do you say, street. It's a street, yeah, not an alleyway, it's a street. And get out of here. Leave. Be banished. I'm using the Conquest texture pack, by the way, and basically you want to make it a little random. I added stone, cobblestone, and gravel, of course. And then these are mossy stone bricks because they look great with grass. So let's chuck that away. And you'll notice this wool here. This wool is for me to plan my buildings, and one of the things that I did is I worked with the land. That's one of the things you're going to want to do here because it really leads to the authenticity. So let's get started, and for the very first base for most of the buildings I'm going to be using some form and combination of stone because it would be stone that would hold up the actual buildings. I'm going for a gritty, realistic kind of build rather than you know, fantasy. So if I could just find stairs. Oh, there we go. Cool. So let's get started. Let's see. I'll probably make that side a little bit lower. Okay. Alright. And I want to make it have an indent. And here I'll put some that. Cool. Right? Like that? No, like this. Okay, that looks good. Just starting to build it. It might take this series might take this video might take a little couple parts, so just bear that in mind. There we go. It's a nice little base, it's a little squat, but that's all right. Could always add a little something, little decoration there. That looks good. Here's going to be the entrance to the house. So there we go, we have a basic entrance. We could always delete a little block here. Add a little something to make it look nice. So let's get a cobblestone wall going on and brick slabs. There we go. Actually, let's accentuate it better. Let's go with... Does that look good? No. Let's see, what can I do here? Actually, this might look good in and of itself. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so now that that is done, let's go ahead and add another layer. Right, I'm kind of just eyeballing this as I go along. I didn't have a set idea of what I wanted. So because of this, we could actually probably make this a little bit taller. Does that change anything? No. Nice. This is not going to be, this is not a rich area per se. I'd say it's middle class, or lower middle class, roughly. There we go, that changed it up a bit. That's good. Okay. Did that change? Yeah, it changed it. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and this. Add a little overhang right there. And now that I have the bottom level done, I'm not really gonna focus too much on the sides, really, because most likely, unless this is a building where this is where the street starts, this part's not gonna matter too much. So I'm just gonna cobblestone it up. Really basic, nothing really special, because you know they wouldn't have anything on the sides. Maybe they might get lucky and we'll put a window here. These people were a little more fortunate than their other family members. There we go. And that in and of itself looks pretty good. Looks like it's kind of framed, sort of. I like the way it looks like that. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and start adding a bit of detail. So, you know, like I said, this isn't the best of areas. So we're gonna have a little bit of damage here. There we go. Cracked stone bricks. Why not? Here we go. A little bit of mossy. Right there. And more cracked stone bricks. Oops. There we go. So it's starting to take shape now. Let's go ahead and toss in. Ooh, what is that? Very nice. Let's go ahead and toss in some mossy cobblestone. Just a bit in this little corner right here, add a little bit of detail, and down here too. Cool. That looks pretty good, right? I would say so. It's starting to come up. But right now, this could, I guess, if you want to stop here, this looks pretty dwarven, I would say. But that's not the look we're going for, so let's get rid of all the stone that we just finished grabbing. And let's replace it with wood. So we're getting some wood here. Here, we want to get colors that match. Birchwood just does not match the palette that I'm going for. I'm going for pretty poor looking colors, really. So here we go. Now what I like to do is I like to just fill this in completely, and then what I'll do is then I'll start adding. Now that I have it filled in, this gives you the basic idea. Then I want a window right here. So what I'll do is I'll add that, come back around, I'll get different colored stairs, mainly jungle. Jungle looks great because it just, the color palette looks great with this. There we go. So now that I have that, let's start changing it around. There we go. And that actually works too to our advantage, because what we can do to get rid of the monotony is change up the log a bit. So I know it looks a little haphazard, but just give it a second. It's gonna come about. Put a window here. There we go. And change and swap that out. Okay. Now that that is done, actually, yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. So what I'll do now is I'll grab some fences. I think you can tell what I'm going to do here. So now I will go back around, grab some slabs. As soon as I obtain the ability to find them. Cool. There we go. Wow, there you go. It's already starting to come about. And then for this one, I think I'll add a shutter. And actually have it on two sides, but this one, let's have it a little more succinct. So it's, or whatever, it's a little closer. There we go. That looks pretty good. And what I think we'll do here is that and that. Okay, so it covered up a little bit of the wood. A lot of detail going into this. Let's get rid of this. Grab another one of these wood thingies. Once again, ceilings, I would not worry too much about, or roofs rather. Roofing. Oh, I don't like the way that looks. I don't like that little thing. Dang. Okay. Do not worry too much about roofing at all. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. Because roofing just needs to look haphazard. Okay, so let's actually make this a tad bit higher. And what I'll do is I'll just put some, just fill it up with wood, and then if there's any little parts left over, like showing still, then I will cover it up. Oh, it's starting to rain. That's why it lagged a bit. Set 0, weather, clear. Cool. There we go, our roof is starting to come about. This is the center, so I'll put it there. So as you can see, I'm doing a pretty haphazard roof. and I'm trying to follow the curve of the building itself. There we go. This side, it's gonna not have a roof that lasts too long, because I mean it won't go as far back because it has that building right there, so you won't have to worry about it too much. Okay, let's make it go back just a bit. As you can see, I did some prototypes over there, and those are just other houses. I'm just going to take a quick look at those. If you want the tutorial for that little house, just let me know in the comments, and I will post that. It wasn't really along the style of the nitty-gritty, dirty-looking houses that I'm like building right here, but it's more fantasy medieval, I would say. So I'll post that if you want it. I'm not really going to worry too much about the roofs, so you could see what I basically did. Now what you'll do is you'll go back around, like we've been doing with all the other wood, grab your jungle, or whatever color you're preferring, you know, whatever palette you're going for, and just start replacing some. There we go. So just different colors. You can already see for the sides, once again, I wouldn't worry about it at all, unless, no, not even unless, here, I'll do a little something something for you. We'll have this part stick out. Actually, here, this is a cool little thing I like. Okay, let's see if I can get, yep, there we go. So what you would do here is this part has its own little roof of its own. So I'm not going to really do too much with the wood paneling here, or the sides or whatever. But this side would be shorter. Here we go. So I'd make this little part right here a roof of its own. Make sure you're nice and relatively haphazard. I mean, you don't have to make it so that it's all over the place and then has no realism whatsoever. But you can see what I'm doing. Then we'll go ahead and add a little detail to it. Here we go. So that looks pretty good, I would say. Nice little side roof. It's a little high there. There we go. There, that looks pretty cool actually. I like the way it has a little side thing, so you know, you can go in and look out. If you want a little extra detail, go ahead and add a redstone trapdoor. Preferably one, two, because it would make more sense to only have one, but two, because these things have grates, so I think it would look better that way. And of course, like always, change up the blocks a bit. I'm not changing it up too much because it's not important to me. But that's for you. There you go. So we have one little part of the house done. Now what we'll do is we'll come over here, empty out everything again. And what you want to do is you want to have different design every time. You really want to stray away from copying, but what you do is you want to have a general theme. You want to have a general theme that you're going along with. In my theme, jungle wood, spruce wood log, you get the gist of it. That's what I'm going for. So over here, I want to use a little bit more cobblestone this time. So over here, I think this will be a merchant. Yeah. So right here, I'm gonna have his entrance, and this will be a window. Here we go. See, it's different levels, different going along with the land. There we go. So we can add a door in, which we didn't do over here. I need a window. There we go. Why not we do it on both sides? Actually, can I get a bit of mossy brick? Mossy brick, yep, here we go. There we go. It's a little bit more basic on this side, but that's because over here, what I'm going to do is I'll actually extend it a bit more. There we go. And because this is his home as well as his shop. There we go. Let's go for cobblestone wall. Cool. Looks good. And that's all we really need for that. So instantly we got a shop here. Now this is looking pretty bland, I would say. I mean, look at that, there's like no ornamentation at all. Let's go ahead, and I know I'm covering that up, but that's because I want a little bit of design on it. So I'm just kind of adding in things here. I don't know, just because it looks cool. It might not be necessary per se, but let's switch this around now. There we go. That looks pretty nice. And what we'll do here is once again follow that. This one's actually a bit taller than the last one. What we could do over here is this is a lot of, I didn't use as much cobblestone as I would have liked, but this is a pillar, so I used more stone brick on this one. Let's see. Let's break up this monotonous with cobblestone, and we're gonna come in with a bit of wood here. It's not, don't worry if it's a little tall, that's not a problem at all. That just shows how it looks pretty diverse, like there's a lot of stuff to it. Cover that up a bit just so you can't see it. Yeah, looks like it's a continuation. And what I want here, this looks really good. For the texture pack that I'm using is white stained clay. Gives it a really dirty look, like that. And I will separate that with wood planks and add a window. And then what I want to do here is, because it looks really bland with the white, even though it has some detail, is I'm going to put this underneath so I can sort of add accent to it. Okay, so now that we've added accent, there we go. It's a little bland, so here's what I'm going to do. Just because there's still a lot of white on there, unused land. Wow, my foot fell asleep pretty bad. That's a little irrelevant. Okay, I think you can tell what I'm doing. Adding a bit of flowers here, just little tulips. Where's my roses? Cool. That looks good. Then we're going to come about over here. And I think this side I'm going to make it more woody rather than the white stuff. So go ahead and get your oak wood planks. And here we let me get rid of all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff in my inventory. Let's go ahead and get this right here. And nope. I think, is the lever better? No, that's for something else. I think I'll use a fence gate actually. Oh wait, no. Definitely, I want to use fences with, where is it? Oakwood slab. Come on. Okay, there we go. Get our trusty glass. Once again, I like the white glass for this texture pack. This side can have a glass window right there. Ooh, I like that. That looks good. And now what we'll do is we're going to go back in now with Junglewood, spice things up a bit. Cool. This may be several parts. This is taking a bit. Don't want to have too big of a file. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go in now with Junglewood stairs, because it's preferred. Spruce wood log, and jungle slabs. Even if you can't see it, you may want to change it anyway, you know, just so you know it's there. Maybe it might be something that's seen on the inside. Okay. Just one. I'm just going to change one, and up here I'm going to change 2. There. That looks good. And then what we'll do in here is, this is where I'll use the majority of cobblestone, is I kind of want to block this off because that's where he's selling. Entrance to the home here, glass here, cobblestone stairs that I love using for windows. As soon as I find it, there we go. Actually, what we'll do, because you can still see it, see, looks good, looks good. Oops. Go ahead and take this wood, because now that's the top, the roof of the store. Look, he's got a little store now. And let's go ahead on with the roof. Here we go. Different levels, of course. I hate it when I whistle my S's. Gosh dang it. There we go. Let's see, is there any way to avoid that? No. Okay. Well, haphazard, nothing wrong with... There we go. I'm gonna have to lose it. There we go. Cool. It's starting to look good. Looking good. Just having that haphazard roof. It's kind of weird the way the builds are in anything from behind. But that's for the sake of trying to make this fast. Because if I was doing the full build, then it would take forever. What's funny is a video like this, being only like 20 minutes long or something like that, would only be a 1 minute in a time lapse. So this is giving you an idea of how I build normally. That's too much repetition, so we're going to try to change it up a bit. Okay, now we're going to go in with our jungle stairs. Okay, oh, oops. Just in case anybody's getting a flyby of the city, you know. You know, changing the top of the roofs doesn't hurt anybody. There we go. So I want to show you the first couple buildings we have done. Here, I love this texture pack because it adds 2 different colors of stone, even though it's clay, which I will be using in my builds. I like the way that looks. There we go. Let's go ahead and add doors just so it looks even better. Right. I forgot those things. Add it from behind, and this one we can add in front. So there we go. The first 2 buildings we have. You can see we have the first house here, and our second house with a little trader area. Looks pretty good, I would say. And I think tomorrow, or I mean next episode, I'll add in these two and then these two, and then you'll see what it looks like. So I hope you like this build. I hope it looks interesting to you. Yeah, I know it kind of looks a little bland here, I guess because of the wood, but that's because of the texture pack. But what you can do is take dark spruce and add more color to it, so it's a little more eye-popping. It's gonna be difficult. There we go. A little more eye-popping, but of course you're adding more color in. I don't know if you're going to be doing this in survival or not, so maybe this might make this build even more difficult for you. But unlike my time lapses, I am doing this in materials that everybody can use. This is not a texture pack where certain items are turned into something else. This is a regular texture pack. Save for the clay, but you know. Anyway, I hope you like the way this looks. I plan on definitely doing more of these. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for some more medieval how-tos. You are all awesome. See you all next time. Bye!